All right, how's it going, my magnificent sons of bitches? I'm back with my good buddy, Big Kev over here, once again, um, to announce my candidacy because anybody apparently can go ahead and run for president of the United States. Cenk Uygur can roll his ass over here from Turkey or wherever the fuck. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez can go ahead and quit her job and run for Senate and, get on apparently. So, I said, why not just go ahead, say, create my own fucking party, the YouTube party. And I said, well, you know what? Self, I need an intelligent, strong, physical, somebody that's not going to take any shit running mate because that's exactly what I am. So I'm here to introduce my running mate for the 2024 election because you got jobbers like DeSantis, Kev. You've got jobbers like Vivek Ramaswamy. And don't even mention that biggest fucking jobber, Donald Trump. This is why the motherfucker doesn't really show up to these debates or anything. It's because he's afraid that, he's going to end up running into somebody like us. So go ahead, Kev. Tell him about yourself. Tell him a little bit about yourself and what you bring to the table.
What I bring to the table is we bring cold, hard facts. The Prodigal Hill, myself, he called me up. He said, look, I'm seriously running for president. And I was like, wow, okay. Then he asked me to be the vice president, and I accepted because we are trying to start a revolution here. And what we're trying to start here, ladies and gentlemen, we're not Republicans, we're not Democrats, we're none of that. This is a party that you can get behind, you can trust. Smart individuals that know their way around the entire globe, not just the United States, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about every country. And we are here to make you guys' lives better. You're tired of gas prices going up. You're tired of cost of living going up. Well, we're here to help you energize the new people. This is also, I'm not just talking about the Gen Zs or the Gen X and the millennials. I'm talking about the older people. I'm talking about the younger people. You crazy younger people out there. This is time for you guys to understand. We need to get education back in order. One of the things that I thought about doing for vice president, education has been lost in the school systems in the United States. It's embarrassing to see a country like Japan who is like 5, 6, 7 years ahead of us. And I'm here with the Prodigal Hill to make this country better than Donald Trump could ever imagine in his dreams. And if we were on a debate floor with Vishwami, we would have smacked him all around. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our chance to get into the debate stage, because if Joe Biden is the Democratic candidate, and if, let's say, for example, Donald Trump gets in as a Republican candidate, then you're going to have the Prodigal Hill right there against you three.
All at the same time.
Exactly. And I'm so looking forward to having a vice presidential debate against Camel Toe Harry ass. I'm sorry, excuse me, Kamala Harris. Yeah. So here's the deal: we're not just talking about education. We're talking about helping out people who are here illegally. We are here to talk about what we're going to do about the inner cities, the homeless issues. The state of Tennessee, the state of Texas are going through it. A lot of states are going through it. Look at San Francisco, for Christ's sakes. And I bring in a different, unique look to things, because what I bring to the table for the Prodigal Hill and what I bring for the country, for you Americans, is you can understand that you can get behind us both. You can get behind the fact that what we tell you we're going to do. We're not going to give you all these little mispromises. We're not going to be butt kissing and taking donations from the pharmaceutical companies and from Pepsi and Walmart and all these other companies who are giving money underneath the table. No, This is all the campaign is going to be from our both hard-earned money, and from you fans, and from you voters who want to help us. We'll be happy to take donations.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And as my esteemed colleague here, Big Kev, has pointed out, I'm going to be looking for Secretary of States. I'm going to be looking for Secretaries of Defenses. I'm going to be looking for Secretary of Treasuries. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So, I mean, Big Kev, strong candidate right here. He just laid it out on the table. Basically, what we're going to put on America on track for is something that Donald Trump says that he was going to do, but never could deliver, and that's make America great again. And you can go ahead and put your money right down here, right on the table on us, because I'm going to tell you exactly what, Big Kev. Now I got to find a first lady, so it means I've got to get married. Unfortunately, whenever you look at today's political climate and shit, I would just go ahead and run as a bachelor. It really wouldn't matter to me. But then the Democrats would sit there and say, you're gay. Okay, fuck it. You know what? I'm gay. Well, then they would want to see my husband. If they don't see the wife, they want to see the husband. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I'm interviewing for first ladies as well. If you've always wanted to be a first lady, you can go ahead, because I guarantee you that once we enter the race, starting right now, we're the favorites. DeSantis, Vivek, Ramanoodles, fucking Farmer Swampy, or whatever the fuck they call him. It doesn't matter. They're just going to go out there, read the same old, fucking DeSantis just might as well as have fucking Biden's speechwriter, and he just might as well as go out there, because it doesn't really matter. Nobody's watching your shit. All right. So, what I'm going to do is I'll do my town hall. I'll go ahead and do a town hall later on. I'll take the questions eventually, but this is just basically us going out there, putting our names out there, throwing our name, because like I said, if you got fucking, what's that, Rashida Tlaib and fucking, what's that, Elon Omar and shit out there, these people are a fucking joke. Are they working for you, right? Obama light, fucking anybody can just run for president. It doesn't matter. This is on Twitter, it's on Twitter. This video's on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just as good as any of you fucking goofs that are going to go up there in an empty fucking suit and sit there and pass any kind of law that the fucking deep state gives you. Only we don't take orders, we give orders. So before we go ahead and wrap this up, and we're about to go ahead and wrap this up, but before we go ahead and wrap this up, I decided I was going to go ahead, and this is plan number one. This is just to go ahead and tantalize everybody and whatnot. So it seems that we have a problem with, douchey communists here in this country, Big Kev. And so, I think to myself, how do we solve this problem? Now, you go to a lot of my contemporaries that tend to be more based, because we are the based party. We are the based party. We are the home of being based motherfuckers right here. So how do you go ahead and solve the problems of the commies? Well, if I go to my based motherfucker hard bastard's going to be like, well, we just need to yeet him into the sun. If I go to my based contemporary salty cracker is going to be like, string them up with a noose. You know what I'm saying? If I go to my based, contemporary Alex Jones or somebody, they're going to be like, feed them to the fucking guillotines. That's what they're going to be like. However, I believe in being pragmatic. I believe in being practical, and I believe in fair justice. I believe in, having a little bit of a dialogue. I believe in due process. I believe in the strong American way. So I've come up with this idea. And this idea is, there's an island right outside of Canada, not very populated. I think it's only like 13,000 people live on that island, but it's roughly the size of Japan. So by my math and by my metric, there's only really about they say half the country, right? There's 81 million people, right? But I don't believe that at all. But if you look at the metrics here, it's only really about 6% of the country. But to be honest with you, I think it's really only about 1.5% of the country that's truly devoted to the leftist, progressive, leaning, Democrat, socialism bullshit. I think that's really about how much it is. And most of that is just basically political media, political shills in D.C., who've kind of fed off that government teat, fed off your taxpayer doll. So how do we solve this problem of all these people who sit there and ruin Marvel, they ruin Star Wars, they ruin Indiana Jones, they ruin your mainstream media, they ruin your sports, all of these people in these entertainments and stuff like that. It'd be anybody else. Like I said, it'd be up to Hard Bastard. He would send you up into a rocket and send you hurtling into the sun. That's him. However, myself have found this island right off the coast of Canada, about the size of Japan, more than enough room to go ahead and exile people to. So we exile these people here, the Democrats. I know that everybody's like, Trump is getting, whatever it is. We just round them up. We don't really need you here anymore. You haven't really contributed a lot to our society. You've created record inflations. You've ruined entertainment. You've ruined everything that you've touched. You have no business running in these corporations and whatnot. So, you've really kind of leached off of us trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. So to recover that trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, what we do is we send you over here to this island called Baffin Island. It's right off of Canada. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to make your wildest dreams come true. All right. It's not a communist detention center. It's not at all. What this is it's a communist luxury island is what it is. It's a communist luxury island where we're going to go ahead and give you universal health care. You wanted universal health care. You're about to get universal health care. You're going to get free food, free housing, free all of that stuff. The only thing that we'll require from you, little communist, your own little communist state, is 12 hours of work, 6 days a week. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you 1 day off and whatnot. And you know what? I'll even be fair with it. You know what? As soon as you your Rachel Maddow's and your fucking Nancy Pelosi's and your Mitch McConnell's and shit who have leached off millions and millions of dollars, we'll go ahead and give you a stipend. And then as soon as you want to go ahead and work off those millions and millions and trillions of dollars, once you get all that trillions and millions of dollars paid up for our debt, then we'll go ahead and talk about going ahead and, taking away your not indentured servitude, but, going ahead and allowing you to come back to the United States. So this is the first thing. Let's just go ahead, round up all of these fucking interlopers here that have, been a parasite to us. All the communist bullshit, all the socialist bullshit that have pretty much killed your dollar off. Let's go ahead and take them all up, send them over here to this luxury communist island. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead and give them the communism that they want, Kev. This is going to be the first issue, day one, when me and Big Kev go ahead and take over. Whenever you decide that you're going to elect us, once you're decided that you're tired of the bullshit and people not delivering, like Donald Trump, DeSantis isn't going to deliver, Vivek Ramaswamy is not going to deliver. This is the direction that we need to go. So what do you think, Big Kev? What do you think about this issue and whatnot?
Well, Jolene Biden's also not delivering as the 46th president of the United States. As the future president of the United States said, what we're doing with this is it's not just political people that we're going to put on this island. It's the pharmaceutical companies. It's people like Bill Gates. It's going to be everybody in the entertainment world, people in the sports world. Some of you NFL fans who are tired of Roger Goodell, we could send him over here.
Yep.
And we can, and now they're going to work to pay off that debt that they put us in. They work to pay off their debt. And the money that they stolen, and another thing we're going to do is the money that they stolen from you American people, we're going to pay that back to you. So they are going to have to start over from scratch.
Yeah, they were talking about the semiconductors, right? Manufacturing. We need semiconductors manufactured. Guess what? You want your communism? You want your free healthcare? You want your free food? We want semiconductors. You know what I'm saying, Kev? That's what we want,
And for all you people that are right now barely able to pay your mortgage, barely able to put food on the table. We're here to make sure that you guys don't have to live your lives in such misery. For you people who are out there working 3 straight jobs just to make ends meet. But what we're going to do, this is the first part of the plan. First part of the plan. But what we're going to do, eventually, we're going to discuss the second, the third, the fourth. Everything that you are worried about, we will answer your questions. And what another thing we're going to do too is just not just that we're going to take back the schools, we're going to take back the medical, we're going to take back what this country was. We're going to take this back, and well, also we're going to take back our military. We're definitely going to take back the military. We're going to make it to where if you do not abide by these rules now, this is where I get a little bit harsher. This is why he has asked me to be vice president. My deal is if you go to this island and you don't fulfill the requirements that you're supposed to do on this island, then we have a little thing called space.
Yeah.
And what I mean by space is we will put you on a shuttle and we will send you in space, and you will be floating there until we deem necessary.
I'll tell you what we could do, Big Kev.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just call up Hard Bastard and I'll say, hey, Hard Bastard, you know, this commie over here doesn't feel like he wants to fulfill his promise to going ahead and paying off the trillions, like say it's Nancy Pelosi or one of these other irrelevant people who've decided Obama. Right? Obama. Let's say it's Obama. He loves Obama. Hard Bastard loves Obama. I don't care how much she says about Obama. Deep down inside, that motherfucker really does love Obama. So I'll say, Hard Bastard. Obama doesn't want to go ahead and fulfill, he's printed out trillions of dollars. He's went ahead and put this burden on the American people. And, we said, okay, we'll give you the opportunity to go ahead and work, to go ahead and pay it off. You know what? He doesn't want to do it. Hard Bastard. And then you know what Hard Bastard is going to do, Big Kev? He's going to take that rocket. He's going to put Obama into it. And then Hard Bastard's going to yeet that motherfucker into the sun. Because that's what Hard Bastard does. See, do you want my conditions? Do you want to go ahead and, maybe work off that trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that you owe to us? That you owe, we need asthma medication. We need insulin. We can go ahead and lower these prices down because we're going to have a manufacturing base station right up there, right up next to our neighbor Canada. We're going to go ahead and hook Canada up with some free goods. You know what I'm saying? We're going to hook them up with some manufacturing. We're going to hook Mexico up with some free manufacturing from our socialist, communist people who have decided to go ahead and take advantage of this whole situation. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Do you got anything else you want to go ahead and add? This is just, like I said, we're just going ahead, laying down the groundwork right now. This is not a big video, but we will do a Q&A. And by the way, I see Scott Casey Gill. I see Stephen Rose. By all means, guys, let everybody know that we're going to go ahead and expand this administration. We're going to need, like I said, Secretary General, Attorney Generals. We're going to need Secretary of Treasury, of Defense. So get as many people as you can invested into this campaign because we're going to need each and every one of you. So if you're interested in a position, if there's something that you wanted to do, if you wanted fucking Fauci's job, just let me know and then we'll hook you up with Fauci's job. But is there anything else that you want to go ahead and add, Kev?
Well, these communists that, we're going to put them on this island, and if they don't do what they get. But here's something else that these communists don't understand. They want this to be a communist world. They want this to be a third party, third country world. What they don't realize is what these third countries do. So that means crime and unusual punishment. So that means as an American, if you steal, you get your hand cut off. That means if you shoot someone, your punishment is you're going to get shot behind the corner. Everything that these people want, they wanted this, ladies and gentlemen. They wanted this, and this is exactly what's going to happen. And if you don't abide by these laws and these logics, we need crime and unusual punishment back in this country. We need to embarrass these. We need to embarrass these people. We need to bring back hangings. I love a good hanging. I'm sorry, I do. I love a good hanging, and I feel like if you commit a murder, that family should pull that lever and watch you hang.
Well, yeah, exactly right. And I want to thank Scott, Casey Gill, Stephen Rose, and my doppelganger here, John Cena, for going ahead and joining us. By all means, get as many people invested into this campaign as you can. Go ahead, get these guys invested into all of this stuff because, like I said, I definitely got a position for you. We'll do a town hall maybe in a few weeks. We'll go ahead and drop down our plans and stuff between then and there. And then, we'll start to announce our candidates and our running mates. So if you're interested, just go ahead and leave a comment below. Go ahead and sub to Big Kev's channel, by the way, because guess what? Big Kev's channel is also, his link is in the description and whatnot. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap this first. Me announcing my official candidate. Donald Trump doesn't want any. Ron DeSanctimonious doesn't want any. Vivek Pharma Swampy doesn't want any. None of them people even really want any part of the Prodigal Hill, and they damn sure don't want no part of Big Kev over here. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this announcement up. You'll like, sub, do the shit the internet tells us to do to get over, and you're gonna be seeing us campaign all the way up until the election.